Good morning. Today we're going to do a gentle yoga flow for waking up whenever you happen to wake up, if it's the morning or whenever you get up normally. And you don't need any props today. All you need is yourself, a good attitude, and a little space on the floor. You don't even need much space for this. So we'll start seated, nice and grounded, maybe rocking side to side a little bit onto your mat. Get nice and grounded. Then we'll roll the shoulders up and back a few times. And maybe alternate shoulders, go back and forth. And then right away we'll start with a breath exercise. Right away to wake up, we want to expand the breath. Expanding the breath meaning pranayama, ayama meaning to expand, and prana meaning breath or life-sustaining energy. So we want to get that energy flowing. So we'll bring both hands onto your belly, just on either side of your belly button. And then I invite you, if you want to close your eyes or maybe just soften the eyes. And then just take a couple breaths and feel that expansion of your breath into your hands. So every inhale, feeling that breath expand, and then on the exhale, feeling the belly button draw back in towards the spine. Just take a few breaths, listening in to the sound of your breath. Then on your next breath, we'll bring the palms just underneath the armpits on either side of your rib cage. And then here, just notice that expansion of your breath laterally to either side. And then on your exhales, feeling the ribs knit back together. And then I invite you here to notice the temperature of your breath. Noticing the coolness of your inhales and the warmth that you created on your exhales. Then on your next breath, we'll walk the palms just to your upper mid-back, just bringing your hands to the back side of your rib cage. And then this one's a little bit more challenging. Try to feel your breath into your back body as you breathe. And here is where you might even have to breathe a little bit deeper. And it might be a little bit more subtle of a movement, but just feel for that movement through the back body. And on your next breath, bringing both hands to rest onto your knees, palms facing up towards the sky. Then we'll bring the first finger and thumb to touch, taking a hand mudra. And then as you breathe here, try to expand through all 3 places there that we placed our hands. So as you inhale, expanding through the low belly, the side bodies, and then also the back body, the back of the ribs. And that's creating what I like to call a 360 breath. So breathing, inhaling in all directions, and then exhaling all back to center. With each breath, imagining new cells, new healthy, motivated cells being created. On your next breath, keeping your eyes softened or closed, we'll bring the palms to touch in prayer position, and then bringing hands to heart center. And then we'll bow the head down towards the chest, bowing the head forward. And in this moment, I invite you to create maybe an intention or an affirmation or something to dedicate to this practice, and also to dedicate for the rest of your day. Or it could also be gratitude. Whatever first thing that comes to mind. Doesn't have to be complicated. And once your intention or gratitude has been set, when you're ready, you can start to blink your eyes open, looking down onto your fingertips. And coming back to the room. And then on your next inhale, we'll sweep the arms out and up, and then looking up towards your fingers. Nice big breath here, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, we'll side bend, bringing that right arm down, left arm reaches. And then as you side bend here, you can bend the elbows in any direction, or any amount of bending in both elbows. And then try to root down that left hip into the mat. Then send your breath over to the left rib cage. And then next inhale, both hands reach up towards the sky. And then exhale, side bend to the opposite side. And any amount of bending in either elbows, rooting down that opposite hip this time into the mat. And full breaths into that other side body. Good. Take one more breath. And then next inhale, both arms reach up towards the sky. Nice big long inhale. And then exhale, push it all away. Cool. Then we'll come to all fours whenever you're ready. And we'll plant the hands onto the mat. spreading the fingers nice and wide, and then really press the tips and pads of the fingers into the mat. Then pressing the tops of the feet into the mat as well. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cow here. We'll inhale, drop the belly, open the throat. And exhale, round the spine, push the floor away. Crown of the head falls heavy. And then inhale, drop the belly, open the heart and the throat. And exhale, curl and round, belly button to spine. And just take a few more rounds here at your own pace. Inhaling to open the heart and the throat. And exhaling, really push that floor away and round the spine. And you can hold either pose here as well if you'd like to. Take one more round of your breath, whether you're flowing or holding. And the next time you inhale, we'll bring the spine back to neutral. And we'll curl the back toes under. Keep the fingers spread wide. Press some of the weight into the tips and pads of your fingers. And then on your next exhale, at your lightest, we'll lift the knees and the hips. And come to your first downward dog. And then right away, just start to bend one knee, straighten the other, and then just go back and forth, pedaling out the heels. Let your head be heavy, maybe turn the head yes and no. And then bringing your gaze to your shins or maybe even your kneecaps, so the neck isn't doing any work here. And just move around a little bit. You might swing the hips side to side or just pedal out the heels. And at any time you can always come down and rest whenever you need to. Or you could pause this video if you need a sip of water or if you need to pop down into a child's pose. And just come back to the breath. Listen back in for the sound of your breath. And still trying to keep that 360 breath. Inhaling, expanding through all directions, and exhaling, bringing it all back together. And you can keep that moving going, or if you want, you can find some stillness and just let the head be heavy. And the next time you inhale, we'll raise that right leg up towards the sky. And then exhale, we'll step the right foot in between your hands. And then drop that left knee, uncurl the left toes. And then we'll come up to the fingertips here. And then on your inhale, we'll lean forward, open the heart. And then on your exhale, we'll shift back into half splits. And you can either have the toes pointed, you can stretch that top of the foot there, or if you want, you can flex the toes, get a little stretch into the calf muscles. And any amount of bending in the knee is great. And we'll just inhale to lunge forward, open the heart. And then exhale to shift back into your half splits. And just going back and forth a couple times at your own pace. And just like earlier, if you want to, you could hold either one of these poses if one feels really good right now. The next time you inhale, we'll all meet back, lunging forward, opening the heart. And then exhale, we'll plant the hands, curl the back toes under, lift the knee, and then step back into downward dog. And shake it out, walk it out. And the next time you inhale, we'll take the other side. Left leg rises, inhale. And then exhale, left foot steps between the hands. You can help it get there if it needs a little help to get there. And then drop the right knee, uncurl the right toes. Good. And then just like earlier, we'll bring the tips of the fingers onto the mat. Then inhale, open the heart, lean forward. You might feel a little stretch into that right hip flexor. And then exhaling, shift back, half splits. And just like the other side, we'll just move back and forth with the breath. And if it feels good, you could hold either pose. Next time you inhale, we'll meet back forward with that left knee bent, opening the heart. And then exhale at your lightest, plant the hands, curl the back toes, and then step back into downward facing dog. And then on your next breath, we'll start to walk the feet forward little by little. And keep tiptoeing till you come towards the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Then right away, soften the knees a little bit, just to let them be unlocked since it's our first forward fold. And then also let the head be heavy. No matter where you're folded, it doesn't really matter how far we're folded here. Just try to relax the head, making the head heavy like a bowling ball. You might even turn the head yes and no here again, just so the neck doesn't have to do any more work here. And then either the arms will rest wherever they land, or you can even grab either elbows here, either stillness, or you could even sway side to side. Just lengthening the spine, taking some pressure off the spine. And then on your next inhale, we'll bring fingers to the mat or the legs, wherever they land. And then inhaling, lift yourself about halfway. Try to make a flat back. Crown of the head reaches. And then exhale, refold. And press the feet into the mat, almost like you're digging them into sand. And then inhale, reach the arms out and up, bringing palms to touch. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Then we'll inhale. We'll take a few rounds here of Sun C. We'll take 3 rounds. I think I'm cut out, but that's okay. We'll bring hands to heart center. Then inhale, reach both arms out and up. And then exhale, fold forward. Lead with your heart. And inhale, lift yourself halfway. And then exhale, plant the hands, step the right leg all the way to the back of your mat. Then drop the knee, uncurl the toes. Then inhale, circle the arms out and up, Anjaneyasana. Right away, soften the shoulders, let the neck be long. And then exhale, plant the hands. And then we'll curl the back toes, step back into downward dog. And on your inhale, we'll roll into plank. And it's up to you if you want to keep the knees lifted, or you could drop the knees down. Either way. And inhale, shift the nose forward, elbows in tight. Exhale, come down, chaturanga. Should feel that into your triceps. And then inhale, open your heart, any back bend. And exhale, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. And inhale, right leg rises. And then exhale, right foot steps between the hands. And then drop the left knee, uncurl the left toes. And inhale, both arms rise, Anjaneyasana. And then exhale, frame the front foot. Then we'll step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Then inhale, root to rise, palms touch overhead. Then exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, both arms reach. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, step the left foot all the way to the back of the mat. And then drop the left knee, uncurl the left toes. Inhale, both arms rise. And exhale, frame the foot and step back into downward dog. Good. Inhale, roll into plank or drop those knees down. Then exhale, shift forward, elbows in, chaturanga. And inhale, open your heart, any back bend of your choice. Then exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, left leg rises. And then exhale, step the left foot through. Then drop that right knee, uncurl. Inhale, both arms reach. And exhale, frame the foot, and we'll step forward, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Then inhale to rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. And we'll take 2 more rounds here together. Inhale, both arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step the right foot back. Drop the knee, uncurl the toes. Inhale, both arms reach. And exhale, frame the foot, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank or knees down. Exhale, shift forward, chaturanga. And inhale, open your heart, either up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. And by the way, if you notice I use my fist, it's because I had a wrist injury. So if you do have a wrist injury, feel free to take that option. Otherwise, if you don't need to do that, inhale, right leg rises. Then exhale, step that right foot through. And drop the knee, uncurl the toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Nice big breath into the heart. Then exhale, step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold. And inhale, rise. Looking up towards your fingers. And exhale, hands to heart. And we're halfway through our sun salutations. Inhale, both arms reach. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, left foot comes to the back of your mat. Drop the knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. And exhale, frame the foot, step back into your downward facing dog. And inhale, plank or knees down. Exhale, shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, open your heart. And exhale, downward dog. And inhale, left leg rises. And exhale, step that foot through. Low lunge. Inhale, both arms reach, open the heart. Nice big breath into the throat. And then exhale, step forward. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. And inhale, root to rise, feet press, arms reach up nice and high. And exhale, hands to heart. We have one more round. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, right foot steps back. Low lunge. Inhale, both arms rise. Exhale, frame the foot, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, plank or knees down. Exhale, shift forward, chaturanga, elbows in, stay in tight. Inhale, open your heart. And exhale, downward dog. Good. Right leg rises, inhale. Exhale, right foot steps between the hands. Inhale, both arms rise. Exhale, step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, refold. And inhale, rise. Looking up at your fingertips. And exhale, hands to heart. Then one last side here. Inhale, both arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step the left leg back. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. And exhale, frame the foot, downward facing dog. And inhale, plank or drop the knees down. Exhale, keep the elbows in, shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, downward dog. Belly button to spine. On your inhale, left leg sends up to the sky. Then exhale, left foot steps between the hands. And inhale, both arms rise. And exhale, frame the foot, step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, refold. And inhale to rise. And exhale, hands to heart. Awesome. So we completed our sun salutations. So we'll move on here. We'll inhale, both arms reach up. Then exhale, we'll swan dive forward. On your inhale, lift yourself halfway. Then exhale, we'll step back into plank. And then your choice if you want to keep the knees lifted or you can drop them down, either way. Exhale, shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, open your heart. Then exhale, downward dog. Good. Then we'll bring the knees to the mat. And uncurl the toes and come to all fours. So we'll get the shoulders here a little bit, just so we can get rid of a little bit of the stress that we hold in our shoulders. So we'll inhale, reach that left arm up towards the sky, nice big breath in. And then exhale, we'll do what's called threading the needle. So we'll slide the back side of the left hand just behind the right, and then sliding all the way through, so my hair doesn't get in the way of the mic. We'll slide all the way through until you can rest your ear or the side of your head onto the mat. And that's up to you if you want to keep that right hand planted. You could also walk the arm to the top of the mat alongside your ear, or you could even wrap that hand behind the low back. And breathe. I'll take one more breath here. And then bringing that right hand back in front of you if it's not already. And then inhale, push the floor away, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Nice big breath in. Good. And then from here, we'll step the left leg to the back of your mat. You can kickstand that right foot if you need to, and finding a modified side plank. Good. And then we'll start to open the heart a little bit. So starting to reach your fingertips back, and then opening your heart any amount towards the sky. Good. One more big breath here. And then exhale, plant both hands and knees to the mat. And then we'll take the other side. We'll inhale, reach that right arm up towards the sky. Nice big breath in. And then exhale, we'll thread the needle. So sliding the back side of that right hand behind the left, sliding all the way through so you can rest the head onto the floor. Then any variation with that front arm if you want to keep it there, or you could take any other variation that you took on the other side. And breathe. Always keeping that 360 breath whenever you can remember. And take one more breath here. And then walking that left hand back in front of your face, if it's not already there. And then inhale, push the floor away. Right arm reaches towards the sky. And then we'll step the right foot to the back of the mat. You can kickstand that left foot back a little bit if you need to. Find a modified side plank. And then we'll reach the fingertips back and open your heart any amount towards the sky. One more big breath into the heart. And then exhale, bring both hands to the mat, knees to the mat. Good. Then we'll start to come down onto our belly. So depending on where you're at in your mat, you might walk the knees back, or you might walk the hands forward a little bit. And then meet onto your belly. And getting nice and grounded again right away. And we'll take another heart opener here since we're just waking up. It's really nice to wake up and just make a heart opener as your first pose, just because if you have an open heart, then maybe you'll have a little bit of a better day. So we'll reach that right arm out to the side into a T position, palm faces down. Then the left knee will start to bend. And then resting your right cheek onto the floor, we'll just start to roll over to the right side. Any amount that right shoulder will allow you. So you could either bend the knees here and just stack the legs, or if it's accessible, you could plant that left foot behind you onto the floor. Good. And then resting the entire weight of your head onto the mat. So again, we're not making the neck do any more work than it already does. Then you could either keep that left hand planted in front of you, or you could even experiment with airplaning the arms, reaching that left arm back, or you might even wrap that left hand behind the low back. And then all you have to do here is breathe. Just let gravity do the work here for you. Let's take a few more breaths on this side. If the mind starts to wander, which is completely normal, start to come back to your intention or gratitude, whatever you came up with earlier. And if you couldn't think of anything, maybe just come up with something you're grateful for right now. Take one more breath here. And then on your next breath, we'll start to roll back slowly onto the front body. And then resting the left cheek onto the mat. Left arm reaches out into a T position, palm touches the floor. Right knee bends. And then starting to roll over to the left side as far as that shoulder will let you go. You can take any variation with the arms that maybe you took on the other side, or it might be different. Just a few more rounds of breath on this side. Breathing into your throat and your collarbones. We'll take one more breath here. And the next breath will slowly roll back forward. And then we'll plant both hands just under the shoulders. And then on your inhale, we'll lift up to all fours. And then exhale, we'll come into child's pose. So you can let the knees be wide or together, whatever feels better. And then sitting back onto the heels. And then resting that little space in between your eyebrows onto the mat. And just forcing the third eye to relax. And just sinking the hips down towards the heels. And then come back to your intention or gratitude. And just listen in for the sound of your breath echoing onto your mat. Still keeping that 360 breath. And even more in child's pose, expanding that breath through the back body, almost like you're trying to stretch the back of your shirt with your breath. And take another round or two of breath here in your child's pose. Next time you inhale, we'll start to walk the palms closer and closer towards your knees until you come up to seated. And we'll just roll the shoulders a couple times. Maybe alternate shoulders. Good. And then we'll roll over and come to seated. And we'll end this wake up flow with a meditation. So it's up to you if you'd like to stay seated, just because we are trying to wake up, so you might want to stay seated. But if you'd like, you could lay down or find a comfortable chair or something like a couch or anything that's comfortable for you. So once you find a comfortable position, start to close the eyes and softening all the muscles around your forehead, your eyebrows, all the little muscles around your eyes and your face. Unclenching your jaw, let the tongue be heavy. Softening the shoulders, arms, hands, and fingers. Softening your throat, your chest, and feeling that 360 breath through your rib cage and your low belly. And softening the legs, ankles, and feet. And then to get motivated for the rest of your day, picture or imagine a little flame inside you. So just in your solar plexus, just above the belly button and below the bottom of your rib cage there. And with each breath, imagine maybe a little flame, and every time you breathe, that flame grows a little bit bigger each time. Or sometimes I like to picture, that's called the Manipura chakra. I like to picture it as maybe a battery pack sometimes, and just imagining with each breath that you're charging your battery, or any other way you'd like to picture it. In our Manipura chakra is where we hold our motivation and our drive for positive change. Just building up the warmth into your gut, into your belly, your solar plexus. On your next inhale, take a nice big breath in through your nose, and then exhaling out through the lips. And if you are laying down, slowly start to come up to a seated position. And then we'll both bring our hands into prayer position, bringing hands to heart center, into Anjali Mudra. And sitting nice and tall here. As you breathe, I ask you here silently, how does it feel to be you right now in this very moment? And I like to end my classes with a big collective breath, biggest breath you've taken all day. So let's inhale in together. And exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for being here with me to practice with me. It means a lot to me. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a really great rest of your day. And I'm so grateful for you and for watching me. I think I said that already, but I'm just really happy just because I did my morning practice, so I feel great. Hope you feel great too, and I'll see you next time. Bye.